Welcome to the morning show with Dave and Rob on the Southern Fried Podcast. We get you up, we start you right, we rock your mornings all the time. Grab your coffee and your smile, join on in for a while. Hear that rooster sing, coffee's ready for a fling. Southern Fried has news for you. Updates on life's going on, and maybe a joke or two. Get up, pray up, and coffee up. Welcome to the morning show with Dave and Rob on the Southern Fried Podcast. We get you up, we start you right, we rock your mornings all the time. Grab your coffee and your smile, join on in for a while. We got laughs, we got prayer, celebrate our nation every day. Love our vets, love our land. It's the home of the free and the land of the brave. Get up, pray up, coffee up. Welcome to the morning show with Dave and Rob on the Southern Fried Podcast. We get you up, we start you right, we rock your mornings all the time. Grab your coffee and your smile, join on in for a while. So come on in and have a blast, for a good time that will last. Start your day with a smile, with the hosts that do the most. And get up, pray up, coffee up.
Good morning, everybody out there at Southern Fried Podcast Land. Welcome to Hump Day. I'm Rob. That's Dave. We're going to get y'all started right this morning. How is Mr. Dave this morning?
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your Hump Day. Get your coffee and let's go.
That's right. Oh, important. Coffee's important. Great part of the day. Hey, quite a big weekend in Congress this last weekend. Trump's big, beautiful bill got sent to the Senate, and they tacked on a crap load of pork, and they sent it back to the House, and some of the House were wanting to revert it right back to where it was when they sent it up there.
And they stripped the name off of it.
Yeah, that's Schumer.
It's called the Act.
Yeah.
The House is threatening to veto it. Like more than 20 senators are lined up. That's the way it goes. It'll just get beat up until they finally get something. It'll pass eventually. It's just how beat up does it get.
Well, I like the idea of reverting it right back to where it was when the House sent it up there.
Good morning, Michael. Yeah, but the stuff they changed, I mean, they'll just make other changes, and it would never make it back out if they change the stuff back that they changed. But if they're making it, they don't have to send it back unless they make changes. If they make changes, they have to send it back for a revote. Vance was the tiebreaker. They can't lose anybody. No Democrat walked over on the Senate side.
No, they're not going.
We've seen whether any House any of the House will or not.
Well,
that's typical Washington.
Yeah, they send a bill up there, and then they have to go through and they put all this other stuff in to get their votes that they need to go through, and Senator Murkowski,
Alaska.
Yes. Did you see that video?
I don't think I saw the video.
Oh, I did. Oh, she just stared the reporter down. Oh, she did not like that question. And he's standing there telling her, I didn't say this. This is what someone else said. I just want your remarks on it.
She's an extreme rhino anyway.
Yeah.
She's the one. She's already gotten $25 billion for her state.
Yeah.
Off of whining.
And that's what he was saying.
Her and Collins are horrible. But they voted them in.
And this is why. $25 billion for just Alaska. And this is supposed to be like a federal thing. I know they have to take care of their states on a federal level, but my gosh. There needs to be some type of top end or something. If you're going to do $25 billion for Alaska, you need to do $25 billion for every other state out there. All 50 of them. Let's do it. If you're going to do that, then do it. But make it fair all the way across the line.
Well, it's called leverage. They leverage. They know they know they got them.
It's called political blackmail. You call it leverage and all that kind of stuff, but it's blackmail. If you don't give me what I want, I ain't voting for it. Even though it might be the right thing, I still ain't gonna vote for it. If you don't give me what I want. Me. Ugh. Yeah. All it is the one that gets the money gives you the votes. Yep. Good morning, Jay.
Hey guys, give us at least one comment on the Rumble side. Help us out for the month. That's all you got to do. If you got that pulled up, we got 3 out of 20 right now. We're counting votes ourselves.
Well, I hope everybody's had a great, wonderful week thus far. We're going to keep it right on going. And we're going to keep on yakking about stuff that is going on right now. We got several things.
Do a quick shout out for birthdays. We've got some interesting ones this morning. Lindsay Lohan is 38 today. Watched her grow up in movies.
Yeah.
Margot Robbie is 34 today. Had a couple more here. Hang on. Richard Petty, the legend, Hall of Fame race car driver. You believe he's 87 years old today? Still kicking. The king, as they called him, of NASCAR. Larry David, TV producer, produced a lot of shows that we watched growing up. He is 77 today. Some of your birthday action. If it's your birthday out there, happy birthday to you. Have a great day. Enjoy your birthday.
Absolutely.
One a year.
Probably a good thing I only have one a year.
And a city shout out we'll give to Prospect, Kentucky. Prospect, Kentucky.
Prospect. Wow.
Prospects sound good.
Yeah.
Got a little over 4,000 people, I think. 4,600 people live in the city of last census that they have listed.
All right.
Good morning to Prospect.
Yes. And we'll give you a great old big Southern fried salute. Yeah.
Michael, I'll turn 29 in 2 weeks.
Me too.
Thank you for the comment.
I'm going to be a little older than that, but not much. Just saying. Not much older. A little bit. uh, 29 in 2 weeks.
My daddy always said 39 and holding.
Mom always said you never got good sense till you hit 30. That's what she always said. But, you know.
Well, I'd say for a lot of people it takes that long.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
they've been doing some work, Michael. Sorry. We've had a couple of issues, but it seems to be running good right now. Instagram has trouble the last 2 days. They've been flashing messages up. It hasn't affected us that I could tell, but there has been some problems, they said, on some platforms. Third party, they're working on it. So if you see something, it'll go all the way across the screen there, Rob. If you see it, it's been popping up since.
Yeah, I saw it earlier.
Late.
So they're trying to get it fixed. Jake's demanding that you read his last comment. You guys need to bring back Southern Mannerism 101. We kind of had. We've incorporated it in Cornbread Nation and our Word of the Week and our Southern Etiquette and stuff like that. So we kind of have. There, Jake. I don't know what's going on with Instagram. It just seems weird that it would just be locally affecting people, and that's what they were saying this morning.
It's just where it matches up. It's the code that you put in, so it's just affecting different platforms. Weird things happen with that stuff.
Yeah,
it makes no sense. But I've seen it happen with others too. Just the way it ties together, I guess. I don't know. That's the first time I've ever seen that pop up in the whole time we've used it.
Yeah.
They've shut us out before.
Yeah.
They just turned it off. Said, your show is over. They used to get us 1 hour in on the dot every day. Then we started getting like every once in a while 2 hours. Now it don't shut off. As long as we go, it stays up. I like it.
Yeah, it was funny to be like, oh, we've been on for an hour. There goes Instagram.
We've outlasted it. They just leave every once in a while. If you have to reset the password or anything, every once in a while it'll shut off at 2 hours. But here last months, probably 6, 7, maybe 8 months, it's not done that, which is nice. I always hated that because you'd forget. Next thing you know, you'd have 10 people in there and they're just gone. You didn't even have a chance to say bye.
Yeah, and you're like, well, where did they go?
It's like, crap. That's rude. Or to give you a countdown.
Yeah. Oh,
it took us a while to even figure out how to do that. That was one of the hardest things to figure out how to get set up.
We just want to turn Instagram on. Hey, y'all need to pull up a video here from Fresh Press Farms on their Facebook page. They're starting some new commercials on there, and they've got one here from growing to harvest and bottling, everything that happens right on our farms in Iron City, Georgia. They've got a video on there shows how they go out and they're picking them and they're pressing them and getting it bottled up for you. for Fresh Press Farms are olive oil and all that kind of stuff. That's pretty neat. I wonder if I can share that one over. See if I can.
Yeah, Michael, it's always rough when they get you messed up like that. Mess your doctor's appointment up, have you go in the wrong place, wrong time. Sometimes computers are messed up. No doubt, brother.
Here we go. Being olive. I like it. I like it. I like seeing a local business doing well. And, you know, that's brand new agriculture here in South Georgia. We like that too. We love our farmers. We love all of them, whether they grow peanuts or olives. We love them all.
Appreciate all you folks coming in. We're from X this morning. Thank you for watching. Shout out to all of those today. It's going to be a great day. Up day. Don't forget tonight, first Wednesday of the month. Steve, the Celtic blacksmith.
Oh.
And for you folks that's on Rumble, as you go around, and Steve would be one of them. Some of them are really big. You can still help them, but we have a new requirement to stay in the content creator program. We have to have 20 unique chatters in our chat while we're live a month. We just started. That's for July. It's a new requirement. So like when Steve's on, give him some help. We'll go over and help him. We've already helped Angry Conservative. We'll help the Empty Pockets podcast and people like that. I try to keep up with when they're on. Kim was over helping last night. It's all the ones that we list, just help them, or anybody that's, especially the smaller ones. The ones that are big, it's no problem for them because they've got a huge following, a huge live chat box. But the smaller ones, they might have 3 or 4 in a chat. Go give them just all you got to do is chat one time, say hey. They'll appreciate it. They really will. We appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
It means a lot to us.
Yes,
it helps us to keep creating programming.
Absolutely.
Because we run 2 channels, Michael. We're kind of unique that way. I don't know if anybody else does that. We run 2 different channels live. See, if you'll notice, one is called Southern Fried Podcast and one is called SF Podcasting. 2 total different channels. And every once in a while, we got messed up, or I did. I say we, it's me. I'm the one that does it. I've had 2 Southern Fries up. People say, you got 2 channels running? Well, yeah, don't hurt nothing. I mean.
Oh, no, we have to fix that right now.
we run 2 X channels a lot of times. It's just because we're running live off of 2 platforms. And we have X in there, so I need to set up maybe my personal one, but I think we're running 2 straight from the podcast to X.
And I'll tell y'all another secret. Don't tell nobody. Sometimes we run 3 Facebooks.
We're doing that today.
Shh! Don't tell the podcast police out there. They'll come in here. They'll be like, "Hey, you got 3 Facebooks going." Yes, we are aware.
It just gives us more positioning out there. Good morning, Chucko, on the Instagram side.
Hey, Chucko.
I like that American flag logo you got going on there. Now, I'm glad you asked. People probably wonder why, but there are 2 different channels. Really, the way Rumble is set up, Rumble is kind of. I had a Rumble. I decided to make one for the podcast before we ever even knew we could go live there, I think, or before we even knew we could do it. We used to just, if you go way back, this podcast only went live on Facebook and YouTube at first.
Yeah.
Now we're on about 14, 15 different, live about 15 different channels. But when I set up Rumble, I set it up as SF Podcasting. So then I thought, well, I'll spell it out. So under the SF Podcasting umbrella, there is actually 4 channels. There's the SF Podcasting. There's Southern Fried Podcast. There's another one called Cornbread Nation. And one of these days, I'll just run that one too. I think I can run that one live. And there's one that's really new, and I can't run it. Yeah, Trump is winning so much, he's wearing you out. And then Rob has his own personal. I have a personal, but the premium is all those under the umbrella of SF Podcasting. So it doesn't matter which one we do, we're still premium because they're all in the same family of shows. It gets confusing, I know. It confuses me sometimes.
That's not hard to confuse us.
It's very easy to confuse me.
I mean, before I was born, the good Lord asked me, said, "Do you want to be smart or good looking?" I said, "Well, Lord, just go ahead and just make me pretty, and I'll just skate by on my good looks."
We're running live today about 18 different streams. Some of them are out of Rumble, and some of them are out of StreamYard. But if I counted right, 18. Now, Locals is one we do. You may not have heard of it. It only lets us do 30 minutes and it shuts off. But it gives us 30 minutes of our show out there for the Locals community. If they want to follow more, then they can. There's a link there for them to follow the podcast. So. And there's a couple of others I'm working on. We're just waiting. We can't go live yet to them. We can go live within the platform. But to the platform, I have 2 more that I'm working on. And I think in the near future, one of them is very soon, and the other one, I don't know how long. And they're big platforms. It's going to really open a doorway for us. And we're right at, I don't know if we've made it yet, we're right at 55,000 followers. I've got to add it back up. It's really close, about 55,000 across all streams. We are so appreciative. All the streams keep people like ALC and Crockett confused.
Yes.
They're out there again. Oh, they would like to stop all the podcasters. They would. Conservative. Absolutely, they would. They tried to get that, the Democrats tried to get that internet thing passed a few years ago. That dang thing came close. That was scary. And one of the things that Act says was it would have killed it. Shows like this would have stopped. Because what it said was if you have a show like this, you have to have equal time to oppose what you just said. You have to give that. So we'd have had to run this show, then run another hour behind it or to match it, saying everything we just said was stupid. Really?
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah. How's that freedom of speech?
It's not freedom of speech. They're idiots. They're socialists.
Yeah.
Communists.
Well, we do have a public service announcement coming out of Florida this morning. Have you seen this, Dave? This is a
Is it
pretty big
about
deal.
Gator Alcatraz?
Kind of. They're posting no swimming areas because arms and legs may pose a choking hazard to alligators. We don't want our alligators choked on arms and legs. Do not swim in alligator-infested waters in Florida. I would recommend not really doing it anywhere that it's out in the south here that's alligator infested, but they are trying to protect their alligators down there.
Yeah, I don't want
Don't
nothing to
do
do with no gators. I'm not donating.
Just
I am
say it.
definitely not donating.
We're keeping all of our gator stuff, by golly. Keep my arms and legs. There gonna be no gator food here. We have gator tail. You reckon alligators have human arm or human leg? Their human leg's pretty good.
Alligators matter too.
Yeah, alligators need some fresh meat every now and then. Yeah, I understand that. Let's share that one over. I like that.
I love it. Oh, if we could only get if we could have the rhinos take a tour of alligator areas, test the water.
Well, there's a great place down here in South Georgia called the Okefenokee Swamp. It would be a marvelous place for them to come visit. I would recommend just waiting it. They have boats and stuff. Just wait around in there. It's not that deep. Just walk around in the water. Get you some waders or whatever so you stay dry. Alligators don't like their meat too waterlogged. But go on out there and explore the natural habitat of the alligator. It's a great trip. There's a few snakes and stuff out there.
So Tim Walls, we could get him to walk out there with his waders on.
Yeah.
Tell him there's some good fishing out there.
Absolutely. You can catch all kind of trout out there. We call them alligators. You just go ahead and hook into them, really moan in. Don't you worry about it. They get kind of big. Don't worry about it. They're more afraid of you than you are of them. Just really moan in.
Pocahontas, we'll get her to show up. Bernie.
Oh, alligators don't like jerky. They wouldn't eat Bernie.
He might be a little tough, He's been around a while. He's aged.
And he hadn't aged well either.
He's full of commie.
Yeah, these are American alligators. They don't really like the commie gator meat so much. I mean,
What I want to see is all them people on a bus headed to prison and the prisoners hauling fresh meat as they come rolling in. Wouldn't that be great? Like in Shawshank Redemption, you got the bus showing up. You got all these crooks and criminals getting off the bus, and they're all taking bets on which one of them will cry first. Tim Walls has got to be at the top of the list. You know he's a crier.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the best way to describe. He is definitely in touch with his feminine side.
He's a crier. There's no doubt. Nothing wrong with crying at appropriate times, but he's a big talker. But
oh no, the Florida Alcatraz. Have you seen this yet?
Yeah, they've been talking a lot about it.
Dude, this makes me happy.
The leftists are not happy.
Sorry. That makes a tear run out that side of my face. Dude. Dude. Oh, that makes me so happy. Yeah. Michael, you are right. Let's see here. Here we go. Got to hit that button right there, make them up there. Says Michael said, "Way to see the Dems trying to get in Alligator Alcatraz." Razzmatazz. uh, yeah, I don't want. I bet we don't see Maxine Waters go busting up into that one.
Yeah, go do some protesting out there.
Yeah.
Roll the buses up. Let's pay a bunch of college dropouts and flakes to go out there and get nose waters and protest.
Yeah.
You can stop all the traffic you want there.
Yeah, just stop them. Stop it. You must take a stand in the water.
I think some of those loons are changing their mind about blocking traffic. There's been a few of them been knocked out of the way, we'll say. They're starting to think twice about blocking roads.
Well, I dare say, in Florida, I mean, because after the stuff that the Florida sheriffs were putting out, if you are in Florida and you block our roads, you will be run over. Or you'll probably be run over. Oh, dear Lord. There are things just flying out here on the internet. Oh, my gosh. I got to see if I can get this one pulled up. All I can do is get this thing here on this port. Hang on a minute. This is the first round pick of the 2025 Alligator Alcatraz draft.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
Oh my gosh, that is absolutely amazing. We're going to have an alligator draft too.
Good morning, Miss Jeneth. How are you today?
Good morning.
Welcome to the circus. I love all these things because it just makes the left go nuts when they see all this.
Yes. The alligator Alcatraz is making me very, very happy. Yes, ma'am, we are doing good too.
It's hump day.
Yes, it is. Alligators can hump their backs too. They'll do that a lot of times. They'll hump their backs. So it's alligators are good topics for hump day. Alligator Alcatraz. I'm still just dying here about this. I didn't realize this had become a thing. But I'm very happy that it has.
Airboat. There's a lot of them down there. I've never rode one. I had the opportunity once, but I was going to be leaving Florida right before these guys were going to go out that I knew that my aunt knew who had one. They were going to take me out. We were going to do some fishing off of it, but we were headed back home. And I've never been connected to anybody that has one after that.
Are you talking about alligators or airboats?
Airboat.
Oh, I was looking at you, sir. You could have. Technically, it could have went either way. I mean, you can fish off an alligator.
I don't want to be anywhere near them. That's not my gig.
Mm.
But it'd be a good thing to bring in they could bring into a line if there's a bunch of people like trying to break the barriers down at the White House or something. A few alligators in the line, opposing them. I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Oh,
You can see the guys that don't pull their pants up right. They're probably going down first because they can't outrun the alligators. And when their pants fall down, they're going to trip and fall anyway. So they're the first ones that's going to get, a chomp took out of them. I'm okay with it.
I got one more here that I feel the need to put up. This comes from the Hodge twins on Facebook.
Broski Bear, good morning.
I'm sorry, I'll wait. All right, Broski, how are you doing this morning? Good to see Trump and DeSantis be all buddy with each other.
That's a very real possibility. Very real possibility. Love the twins.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, if you look over on their site, on Facebook, they've got a pretty good one kicking on there this morning.
Yeah, I remember that video, Michael. I do remember that video of Obama. Build a moat. It's a great time to be in podcasting with all that's going on. And the coffee is still good this morning. What area is that located in they're building at? I don't remember. I've got a few suggestions for the first inhabitants of it, though. That's true, Michael. All you got to go back is look at what they've said in the past. It's stuff we would be for. It's like, yeah, thank you for suggesting that. The Clintons have said stuff, the Obamas, Bidens, they've all said it. Let's use our own words against them. Sweet tea this morning, Miss Jen. Good deal. Don't forget, folks, Patriot Mobile, promo code Cornbread. Absolutely. Make the switch today to a great company. A great company. Pro-life, First and Second Amendment. I'm fixing to switch a couple more phones over to them this week, matter of fact. Looking forward to speaking with them. I can understand them, Robert.
Yep.
Michael says good morning to Miss Jen.
They're going to be building that somewhere in the Everglades.
I like it. For those joining late, Celtic Blacksmith with us tonight. Steve-O. Don't know if he's listening. I hope he's well. Probably headed to work. I think he said he had 9 lots he has to get through, and only one time that one day where they all stay green.
All right, let's try this. We got from the Hodge twins on Facebook. And someone posted this on there, and this is typical Democrat pity party. It says laughing in front of a cage under a tent in the middle of a swamp surrounded by alligators, where they plan to hold human beings whose only quote unquote crime was crossing a border in search of a better life for their family. These are the darkest of days. Please, it is okay to say that you didn't vote for this. It is okay to say enough. And if you look at this picture and feel joy, may God have mercy on your soul. I hope he has mercy on my soul. Because if they came across illegally, they wouldn't be in a situation. If they came across legally, they wouldn't be in that situation. Imagine that. What a novel concept. You want to come to this country and look for a better life for yourself and your family, that's fine. Don't come across as a crime. Come across legally.
Amen. Amen.
So, I mean, that's not that, it's okay to say you didn't vote for this. I did vote for that. I did vote for them not to be here. If they can't come to the country legally, then I don't want them here. Neither does anybody else. I don't think.
There's a lot of people on social media post videos of illegals being arrested, and they'll say, "Did you vote for this?" And they get ripped by all the comments because every one of them say, "Absolutely, that's what I voted for."
Yeah.
They think they're going to get sympathy. Instead, they get dang right.
It's not hard. I mean, yeah. People did vote for it all across the country. We wanted it. We wanted the illegals out. We want people to come here legally. Why is that such a hard concept for Democrats to wrap their brains around? We have a way for them to come to the country legally. Yeah, we got limits on it, but dadgum. So do other countries.
There was a nice picture of a lady, a Hispanic, got her citizenship and posted to her Facebook this week. That's the way you do it.
Yeah.
Maybe, Michael, maybe more will self-deport if they think that they got to go to that place. Like the old song, "Leave in on a jet plane."
Yeah. Oh, they got a bunch. They've got a video inside Alligator Alcatraz, and it looks like they've painted the concrete floor where the alligators will just blend in, and you won't even see them. Hang on, man. Let's see what I can do here. This is amazing. I love this. Look at the floor. Look how it's done up. The alligator should just lay on it and camouflage. They'll never even know they're there. Does that not look kind of like camouflage for them? This is supposedly a look inside of Alligator Alcatraz. I don't know if it is or not. But, you know, that's what it's the thing there is purporting.
Yes, broski. In fact, they encourage to break the law.
Yes.
They've been doing that for some time. Violation of people's personal rights. They have encouraged people to rise up and go after MAGA or any conservative to disrupt us when we're eating dinner or shopping or whatever. And I mean, they were dancing all around it. Now it's just full on, just a call to it by many of them. I mean, not all, but nobody speaks out against it. They don't rise up and say that's not right. So by not saying anything, they go along with it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if MAGA stood up and was saying to go and to do that to liberals? Can you imagine the legacy media, how much they would go off the rails coming, you know, they'd be calling for us to be put in camps.
Oh, yeah.
They already called for it anyway. It's crazy. And they encourage protesters to get violent and burn things. I mean, then they kind of back off because people started telling it's against the law for you to say that. In LA, they were doing that. They were saying it all one, but then they said, "Oh, we're against buildings being burned."
Hmm. They're idiots. You know, they don't even know really and truly that what they actually place value on is just horse crap. You know, they place value on killing babies and the unborn. You know, we gotta. There's no value for the unborn to them, no value. But here, people come into the country illegally and commit heinous acts. We got sympathy for them. What the hell? That's just ass backwards. I have never. If you'd have told me when I was in high school, this kind of ass backwards thinking and concepts will be so prevalent now, you know, with me in my 50s, I'd have told you were crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Well, I have said for a long time there were, and a lot of them have moved, but there were what I would call, and in the South it was very prevalent, moderate Democrats. And they weren't all the way conservative, but they were really close to the middle. And when that platform moved, I mean, when the Democrats' platform moved far left en masse, I said, why are you still there? Why are you still a Democrat? At least go independent. Why would you support that party?
Yeah.
And I don't want to hear the excuse, well, I've always been a Democrat. I can tell you if the Republican Party moved that far and was doing, you know, things that was totally against my values, I'm out. I mean, I'm not going to stay just because, I've got values, and they left you.
Mm-hmm.
And when they're talking the mutilation of children, the killing of the unborn, or I'm sorry, the partial birth abortion that became fully birthed, therefore reinsertion and death. I mean, come on, this is like Nazi Germany. Therefore, giving children mind-altering drugs. They're damaging our kids, and they're for parental parents not even be contacted.
Mm-hmm.
They want it done in secret. They want to control your media. They want to control us all.
Yeah.
We have to speak out against it. So if you're a Democrat today, why? If you say I'm not for those things, why are you still a Democrat?
Yeah.
Get rid of them. So you know what? They just say they left you, and at least go independent, or because I think the party is dying in its present form. If they don't make massive changes, that party's dying. There's a lot of people support them, but it's dying because it's getting more sick, more twisted, more demonic, and more people are going to pull away.
We can only hope they do.
The kid issue alone should be the reason to leave that party.
Yeah.
If you got to stand up and defend kids. That's our duty is to defend children. And if you're not going to do that, then we know what you are. But if you love kids, why? Why would you stay a part of a party that is for that? Sickening.
Yeah. Well, speaking of being sickening, I have the idea. I've had a brainstorm this morning. I think it's a hit show. I've got an idea for a hit TV show, Dave.
Okay.
Escape from Alligator Alcatraz. Turn them loose. Hold them for so long there. Feed the illegals up. Now, I'm going to be just as discussing Democrats this morning. Feed them up. Get them all good and healthy. Put them in some swamp gear, clothing, and stuff like that. But something that's easily digestible, because we don't want to harm the alligators. Turn them loose. Whoever makes it out, we'll give you a pathway to citizenship. What do you think? That sounds horrible, doesn't it? But this is the same logic and crap that the Democrats apply. It's the same thing.
I did see that, Broski, and it's great news. Thanks for reminding us, because I did see that late yesterday. With all that going on in my life, I didn't really get a chance to. It didn't sink in this morning. Thanks for reminding us. And that's great.
Yeah. That is.
It has to stop across the country. These boys who can't win as a boy, and now I'm a girl, so I can dominate. This crap's got to stop.
That's a double loser, in my opinion.
These girls have worked their whole life, and they're being beaten not by other girls, but by someone who's claiming or transitioning, or whatever you want to call it. Create their own league if that's what they want.
Yeah. And Paramount Global and CBS agreed on Tuesday, this is on Fox, to pay President Donald Trump a sum that would reach north of $30 million to settle the president's election interference lawsuit against the network. They have to. Trump will receive $16 million upfront. This will cover legal fees, cost of the case, and contributions to his future presidential library or charitable causes to be determined at Trump's discretion. Wouldn't it be amazing if you did something like, for against biased media and stuff like that, make them donate to it?
It's good for us where we live, because most presidential libraries are way away from us. There's only one that's close. And obviously, he's probably going to put that in Florida. That's not one in New York, where it probably would have went. And so we'll get to visit.
Yeah.
You'll be closer than I am, but it's not that far away. I would definitely go.
Mm-hmm.
I have a friend. He visits all the presidential libraries. He's been to many of them, of the ones who have libraries. A lot of them are in California, you know. Reagan's is California, a bunch of them. There's some in Illinois.
Yeah.
I would love to go.
That would be pretty awesome.
I imagine that library will be very busy when they build it.
Yes.
Did Obama ever build his? Was it was going to be Hawaii or Chicago? I don't remember if they ever built it.
I think they were going to, but they couldn't find enough Curious George books to go in there.
You mean books on how to destroy America? That
Yeah, like Curious George Destroys America, or it don't have to be Curious George. It could be anybody. Being President for Dummies. How to sink a country in 4 years or 8 years, and then follow it with an idiot after Trump.
Actually, I would be honored to go to the Obama Library if they put all the documents out of things that we don't know about that he did and said.
Yeah.
There's a lot of papers. If they put those out, I'd gladly pay the entrance fee to go in.
Whoa. I saw something the other day, yesterday, with Kash Patel and Danny Bonbons maybe getting on their job a little bit.
They've stepped up a little bit. Like they've started arresting some people for child human trafficking and other things. And I'll give them credit. It's time. I mean, my God, I was wondering if they was going to do anything. There's a lot more to do, but hey, get started.
You got to start somewhere. Now they got their foot on the ground. They got their foot on the ground. Start pushing forward. Where was that story that I saw?
I'm always ready to give a salute to those that are getting it done, even if it was late.
What was it they uncovered? Christopher Wray. They found out and are making public where he knew about the China sending over the fake driver's license and doing if they just vote for Biden, they were sending them out or threatening to or whatever. And Christopher Wray said he didn't know anything about China involvement in interfering with the election. Oh, I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about it. And they found all the memos and all the research that he did know about it. Come on. Y'all know now. Let's see it. Let's see that walk of shame.
See you, Michael.
Have a good one, Michael. Let's see that walk of shame. Come on, guys. Show it off. Tired. American people ought to be sick and tired of being lied to. Enough's enough. Let's deal with it. Let's do something about it. Come on.
That's what Joe said. Enough's enough. It's the only thing he ever said that I agreed with.
Yeah.
Enough's enough. Well, he was pretty funny one day. I mean, his story about corn pop, that was a comedy routine. There wasn't none of it true, but it's.
Oh, we don't call it. They changed the name of it. It's not the Big Beautiful Bill anymore. It's the Act. We can still call it whatever we want to. We can still call it whatever we want to. We'll call it the Big.
I'm sure the president will still call it the Big Beautiful Bill. But Chuck Schumer. We'll have to pull it up tonight. He went on a little tirade talking about all the people that will die because of this bill. I thought we was going to have to get him a roll of paper towels to soak up all the tears he was crying.
Yeah.
I know Democrats that are sick of Schumer. And that's saying a lot. They can't stand the guy.
Well, he talks out of both sides of his head, which a lot of Democrats do. They say one thing when it's for their party, and then just complete 180 when it's the other party, and it's both sides do that. But Schumer's one of the world's worst at it. Oh, I can't believe Trump. He didn't go through us when he bombed Iran, and and then he was defending Obama when he bombed Libya. Well, that was perfect. What kind of horse hockey is he trying to peddle out there? And people.
Him and McConnell are birds of a feather.
They even look alike. In fact, those two, Nancy Pelosi and Maxine Waters, all look alike. Their faces matches the other one's butts. I'll let y'all figure out who's who on that. I'm not going to go out and look at their butts, but they kind of look the same. And I guarantee you they all smell the same because they're all full of crap. Sorry, that's not very nice, is it, Dave? It might not be nice, but I think it's fairly accurate.
We need term limits, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Some of those people, when they have a session of Congress, I swear there's ambulances that are backed up, unloading them. Some of them are in bad shape. I mean, bad.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about disabilities. I'm talking about they're gone. Dianne Feinstein did not know anything at the end. Her whole staff was doing everything. And McConnell, that's another one.
Broski says Obama always looked like a goblin with green skin and purple lips. You can't tell me he's not part reptilian. You talking about Barack or Michelle?
Big Mike.
Sorry.
Just saying.
You said he, but we're still confused. And James Woods, you gotta love James Woods anyway. They had this thing on here where AOC said, if you don't like the Green New Deal, then come up with your own ambitious, on-scale proposal to address the global climate crisis. Until then, we're in charge, and you're just shouting from the cheap seats. And they have a James Woods response here. It says, so, you may have missed this, but the way it works in America is you work for us. The last time somebody told Americans to sit down and shut up was 1776. If you ever learn to read, look it up. You are not only an idiot, you're an arrogant idiot, and there's nothing more dangerous. Gotta love James Woods.
Absolutely. I like James. He tells it like it is.
Big Mama Michelle Obama ate all the ribs and potatoes.
Kevin Sorbo, Robert Davi.
Yes.
There's a bunch of them.
Yes. Yes. Could you imagine them, those three guys? And let's throw ahead and throw the singer, I can't Kid Rock, a few others out there, and then throw Robert De Niro right in the middle of them and see if he could survive it. It'd be like Jerry Clower talking about, when they knocked the possum out amongst the coon dogs, give him a fighting chance. Knock him out, John. Just throw De Niro out in the middle of them and just see how it goes. Just shoot up in here amongst us. One of us got to have some early.
Guys,
Huh? That would be fun. That would be good TV. So that's two ideas for great TV shows I've had this morning. Escape from Alligator Alcatraz and Knock Him Out, John. Well, we'll call it something else, but you know. I mean, if you're not Whoopi Goldberg over in the middle of all them, that nothing would happen. They'd be scared to touch her. I'm sure. And some things even a Democrat won't do. All right. Well, it be a little after 7. You guys go to work. I got to get ready and get my day going too. So we hope y'all have a great day out there on a hump day. Make sure you pop in tonight for hump day views. And we should have Mr. Steve-O, the Celtic Blacksmith, joining in with us. So we ought to have a good show tonight. So we hope y'all have a great day. Get through it. Dave, you got anything before we get out of here?
nah, we'll see everybody tonight. Have a great day.
All right. All right. You folks do it. We'll see y'all then. Salute. Get her done. Have a good morning.
Welcome to the morning show with Dave and Rob on the Southern Fried Podcast. We get you up, we start you right, we rock your mornings all the time. We grab your coffee.